Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 42nd commencement exercise of Sandalwood High School. This is a very special occasion for our graduates, their parents, teachers, relatives, and their friends. We understand that everyone here is very excited about this ceremony. The class of 2014 has asked that you please refrain from loud cheering as the graduates' names are being read. Please give them the respect that they deserve. The class of 2014 has worked very hard this year. In fact, they've earned numerous college credits from AP exams and dual enrollment courses. 44 of them have already earned their associate's degrees. Over 200 have industry certification, and one student is a Gates Millennium Scholar. Collectively, they have earned millions of dollars in scholarships and will be attending post-secondary institutions across the country. And 70 of our graduating seniors have decided to serve our great country in the armed forces. Today marks the end of an era. Years of books, plays, dances, and sports have all led to this gratifying moment. Before we begin the processional, parents, please rise and give yourself a round of applause. Thank you. Now, Sandalwood faculty, will you please rise to be recognized? Thank you. We all have so much to be proud of at this ceremony this afternoon. As the processional begins, let us all rise for the class of 2014 and remain standing through the presentation of colors.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous heights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the with a common love. May your halls ring with laughter, and your spirit echo from above. Hail to thee, O alma mater, let your colors paint the sky. May the blue and gold live forever. Sandalwood, our love will never die.
Now, please be seated. Do I wait for all of them? So. Good afternoon, my fellow classmates, staff, family, friends, and honored guests. My name is Devin Watkins, your 2014 senior class historian. Wow, look at us. We're one good-looking group of graduates. I feel like it was just yesterday we were scared little freshmen. I remember coming into Sandalwood thinking this school is huge. How in the world am I ever going to find my classes? It turns out it's just a big rectangle. And it's pretty easy to navigate through the halls. The one thing that every freshman teacher would say is, every year counts, so don't slack off. People would also say that time will fly by, so live every moment till its fullest. But you never fully understand until you're at the finish line, as we are now. Homecoming week, football games, field trips, and other school activities connected us in different ways. For our class, no matter who we hung out with, we all showed respect for one another, and that's why I think we are a one-of-a-kind group of graduates.
Now we must give recognition to the wonderful teachers and staff at Sandalwood. We all have that certain teacher or staff member that we can always turn to for anything, and they will be there for us. Ms. Gazzoni, Mr. Bryce, Ms. Rowett, Ms. Bronson, Mr. Nolan. The list goes on. They have been there for our breakups, the failed tests, the rocky friendships, writing essays, the ACT and SAT challenges. These amazing teachers and staff members were always willing and available to help us in our most desperate hours. To our parents, guardians, and families that made sure we were out of bed in time for school, who have driven us to school events before any of us had our driver's license. You wore your Saint gear with as much pride as we did. You have walked this journey with us. For these and many other countless reasons, we thank you. We appreciate all the encouragement and time that has been spent and sacrificed to make us the best graduating class to date. Luckily for me, I've had a team of support that has allowed me to achieve my own personal success in high school, and that has launched me into my life's next goals. Now let's not forget the awards won, the achievements that were made, and the unforgettable events. Friday Night Lights, the ESPN game, Saints Chant, homecoming, prom, grad bash, becoming an avid demo site, and being featured on the news for cool schools. These events and many others has helped mold us into the unique individuals we have become. It's truly been an honor to be crowned as your 2013-2014 Miss Sandalwood. One of my greatest pleasures was representing my school in the Miss Senior High pageant. These memories will last a lifetime. When I look back on the last 4 years of high school, I see a big class that grew together as one. I see a class that is strong and determined. I see a class that will achieve great success in the next chapters of our lives. As I close, I would like to leave you with an inspirational quote from Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. I want you all to know I love each and every one of you. And I will miss every one of you and all the fun times we have shared. Now let's leave this world more interesting because we are here. Congratulations, Sandalwood, class of 2014. Please welcome to the podium Princess John Stevenson Lowry, who will be introduced to platform guest.
It is my privilege to introduce the class of 2014 platform guest. In the first row on my left, Miss Victoria Schultz, Principal, Sandalwood High School. The Honorable Ashley Smith Suarez, Board Members, District 3. Dr. Nikolai Vitti, Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Kelly Coker Daniel, Chief Officer. Miss Latrell Edwards, Chief Financial Officer. Representative Mia Jones, District 14. Mr. Michael Collier, Teacher of the Year, Sandalwood High School. In the first row on my right, Sabrina Matthews, President, Senior Class. Kelsey Burney, Vice President, Senior Class. Elizabeth Pamblanco, Secretary, Senior Class. Devin Watkins, Historian, Senior Class. Justin Glenn, Valedictorian. Lauren Harmer, salutatorian. In the second row on my left, Mr. David Gilmore, principal, Landmark Middle School. Miss Linda Graham, principal, Sable Palm Elementary. Miss Kathy Cassis, principal, Kernan Middle School. Miss Elizabeth Kavanaugh, principal, Neptune Beach Elementary. Miss Cheryl Becker, non-certified employee of the year, Sandalwood. Miss Terry Davis, vice president, PTSA. Miss Joanne Taylor, teacher, Sandalwood High School. In the second row on my right, Miss Mary Meikle, principal, Kernan Trail Elementary. Miss Tarsha Mitchell, principal, Abbas Park Elementary. Miss Teresa Mowbray, principal, Fletcher Middle. Miss Susan Phillips, principal, Chetts Creek Elementary. Mr. Calvin Reddick, principal, Windy Hill Elementary. Miss Marianne Simon, principal, Waterleaf Elementary. Mr. Chuck Crozier, teacher, Sandalwood High School. Please welcome to the podium Justin Glenn, the valedictorian address.
Today, we are here to celebrate making it through high school. Really, it is so much more than that. It's the culmination of one of the most foundational periods of our lives. High school isn't a passive activity. Everyone here has earned his or her spot in the graduating class of 2014, and it is my honor to stand before you and pretend that my words will be extraordinarily life-altering and awe-inspiring. Really though, I'm just proud of every one of us for having the tenacity to make it this far. I'm overjoyed to have this opportunity, and I want to use it to recognize some of what Sandalwood has meant in our lives and the people who have helped us get this far. Firstly, thank you to all of our parents, as we would not be here without you. Not only are you the reason we are alive, but the parents here are the unwavering support that we could fall back on in times of stress, like that first breakup or failed exam. You are the ones who helped us cope and learn to deal with the slings and arrows of adolescence. I'd also like to thank the teachers and staff here. You are the ones who have made this journey possible and attainable. Thank you to our friends and families who have been there with us and for us and have sustained us throughout. 4 years at Sandalwood has taught me so much more than how to weave through crowd-filled halls and memorize facts. 10 years ago, I would have been terrified to set foot on this stage to give a speech. But Sandalwood has a knack for strengthening the timid hearts of the freshmen that come in through its doors. Over the years, I've learned what it takes to live in the real world. All of the moments of negotiating with teachers over grades, managing busy schedules, and paving our own paths. These are the things that teach us the lessons we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. High school is like the parent who throws his child into the water to teach him how to swim. It can be frightening and intimidating, but it forces us to learn in a way we can't experience otherwise. Some leave this place with hundreds of friends, others with a few lifelong ones or a high school sweetheart. Some leave with memories from cheerleading or football or chess club. Others leave behind struggles with math class. Some leave wearing a prideful smile, and others holding on to regrets. But we all leave this place responsible for the rest of our lives. We are the Sandalwood Saints. Although we may never actually be saintly, I truly hope we can all remember where we came from and what we have learned, and strive to be the best we can be each day. Good luck to everyone here. Live your life well and be proud of who you are and from where you come. Congratulations, class of 2014. Please welcome to the podium Elizabeth Pim Blanco for the presentation of the class.
At this time, it's my privilege to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Nikolai Viti, who will bring brief remarks and congratulate our graduates and their families.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will take the message and be brief. Let me begin by saying it is an honor to be able to share this moment with all of you, graduates, parents, guardians, and caregivers. I want to focus the beginning of my remarks to the parents, guardians, caregivers in the audience, and to thank you for entrusting us to make a better academic student, a better citizen. I know that in many ways this is a contract. I think of what we do in public education is a contract with the greater community. You give us your child at the elementary, middle, or high school level, and in return we promise to give you someone better than you gave us. And I'm hoping that at the end of this journey, whenever it did start, we fulfilled our part of the agreement to making sure that the student that you gave to us is better prepared to go out in this world, and not only to go out to college, the military, or a career, but just be a better person. And I hope that we fulfilled that obligation. I also want to encourage you parents to continue to advocate for public education. I say it often that democracy is synonymous with public education, and public education is synonymous with a democracy. And if we don't have a strong public education system, we don't have democracy. So just because your child is graduating today and you don't have another child coming through the system, participate in the school advisory council. Think about who you're voting for and advocate for the next generation of students that have to benefit from a strong public education system. The other thing that you can clap. The other thing that I would urge you to do is don't stop here. I run across too many parents who believe that once their child graduates from high school, the process of encouraging, prodding, following up, loving and supporting ends. And I know that you'll never stop loving your child, but that same graduate that is sitting in that chair today, because of the work that you've done, continues to need you as they go on to college and the military and the world of work. So although this is part of the journey done and completed, the journey continues, and please continue to push and advocate and love and support your child to the next phase of their lives. Graduates, I'm going to shift my attention to you. And I'm going to start with a quote from Thomas Edison, who was a famous American inventor, who said, "Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up." And I use that quote because so many people that I've come across through my short life are individuals that had a gift. We all have a gift. And part of our life journey is figuring out what that gift is. All of you have that gift. And so many people that think of themselves as failures because they set certain goals for themselves or had certain aspirations that didn't achieve them, look back at their lives and they think of themselves as failure. Maybe because they didn't continue to persevere, maybe because they didn't continue to push forward. And that takes me to my own story. This past year, my grandfather passed away. I come from a working class immigrant family, and my grandfather stepped in early in my life, and he passed away this year. And when I was home after the funeral, I was sitting with my mother, and she went upstairs, came back, and had a smile on her face, and she handed me something. I thought, what in the world is she giving to me? I opened it up, and it was my 6th grade report card. And on that 6th grade report card were D's, C's, and comments such as talks too much in class, disrupts class, doesn't complete homework assignments, is not working to his potential. And she gave it to me and she said, "I'm giving you this because I want to keep you humble and I want to keep you grounded. And I want you to remember how far you've come." And I tell you that story because in many ways, if I were to be defined by that 6th grade report card, I wouldn't be here today. And I stand in front of you as someone who not only didn't do well in 6th grade, but standardized test scores repeatedly told me, middle school and even high school, that I wasn't the brightest student or wouldn't go on to great things. In fact, a certain exam told me that I should be a farmer. And I always laugh at that because I grew up in Detroit and I never saw a farm in my life. And so my point in telling you this story is today I stand in front of you not only as superintendent, but this slash behind me, this red, represents Harvard. And I ended up receiving a presidential scholarship to go to Harvard because of the support of adults and a perseverance and a work ethic, but going back to adults that pushed me and encouraged me. Graduates, as you sit here today, to use a sports analogy, this is the end of the first quarter. If you go on, and I'm hopeful, God willing, you're going to live a full life. This is only the first quarter. You have 3 quarters to go. So as you sit there in that chair, looking as good as that you do, if you've achieved your goals, you've only achieved them for a quarter. You have 3 more quarters to go. If you haven't achieved those goals and you haven't found that gift, then it's about figuring out what that gift is and working hard so that you can complete the next 3 quarters and be successful. And this leads to my last quote in the conclusion of what I'd like to impart to you today. It's a quote from Pablo Picasso, who said, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." And I talk about my gift academically, which was honed and refined, but my gift and my success, and this is the catch point, is not about a title. It's not about superintendent of schools. It's not about a salary that I have. It's about the gift of giving back. And I'm so passionate about public education and what I do because I know what I could have become and I know what I became. And it was because I was surrounded by a system that cared about me, that pushed me and encouraged me. I want you to find your gift, but I don't want you to find your gift to make money and to have a title and a salary. I want you to have a gift and find the gift so that you can do what I was able to do. When my grandfather passed away, all the people that came to that funeral said, "Do you know how proud your grandfather was of you?" My grandfather didn't graduate from high school, worked in a factory all his life. And every person at that funeral home came up to me and said, when people would visit your grandfather, he would show them your diploma from your undergraduate studies. And on the back there was a note that I wrote him after I graduated. And that note said, "Thank you for all that you've done for me, because I wouldn't be who I am today." Graduates, I want you to be able to finish the 2nd or 3rd quarter and go back to the same people in this audience that have loved and supported you and make them proud of who you've become. That's the gift of identifying the gift, but giving back to the people that you need to make proud. Thank you, graduates. Thank you, parents, for what you've done in supporting your children. Continue the hard work because the journey's not done, but thank you for allowing your child to arrive to this point.
Seniors, please rise. Ms. Schultz, I am proud to present to you the Sandalwood High School class of 2014. Each student here assembled has completed all requirements prescribed by the Duval County School Board and the state of Florida and is hereby entitled to receive a high school diploma or a certificate of completion.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and the Duval County School Board, and as a representative of the superintendent, I pronounce upon those of you who have completed the necessary requirements, graduates of the Duval County school system, and confer upon each of you all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Sabrina Lewis Matthews. Kelsey Janelle Burney. Elizabeth Ann Pamblanco. Princess Ann Theo Steverson Lowry. Devin Nicole Watkins. Justin Michael Glenn. Lauren Gabriella Harmer.
Jocelyn Nicole Simmons.
Sarah Sayla Don.
Yen Bo.
Michelangelo Marculo
Desiree Jane Corbett.
Natasha Inez Kane.
Aaron Coy Owens.
Asia Makaraek.
Valentina Carrera.
Hugh Tran.
Ariana Quinones.
Chun Kwok.
Maya Angelina Arsenault.
Caitlin Abriana Hawthorne.
Susanna Avagian.
Kiera Sherelle Simmons.
Emily Nicole Norton.
Ronita Lavon Rogers.
Maya Patrice Clark.
Genesis Dale Gates.
Alicia Robin Hardlicka.
Max Alexander Corrigan.
Tiffany Lansing Smith.
Mario Seminovich Zechu.
Elmira Kerr Cannon.
Sydney Michelle Jennings.
Lee Shu Hong.
Luis Armando Tejeda.
Elena Ketch.
Christina Brooke Glover.
Carly Peacock.
Skylar John Goldsby.
Samuel James Mankins.
Rebecca Louise Highsmith.
Selma Ali Chaich.
Anna Hong.
Elvira Botich.
Kyle Thomas Pinter.
Savannah J. Kelly.
Susan Victoria Mendoza Salas.
Alexandria Yvonne Alford.
Sydney Elise Hartman.
Brianna Lachey Bird.
Eldranisha Kine Buford.
Omari Kemp.
Monica Marie Rivera.
Charmaine Jane Garcia.
Shannon Margaret Haynes.
Christian Xavier Gilbert.
Jessica Lynn Pugh.
Nikeem Shaquan Burns.
Shannon Bell Silverdahl.
Timothy Broom.
Melvin Lee Waters.
Paul David Wheaton.
Alexandra Jewel Owens.
Quentin Allen Timothy Taylor.
Nasia Chikineva. Kristen Nicole Smith.
Maria Elise Watson.
Darielle Lauren Howard.
Jessica Bailey Anderson.
Christina Elisa Dunlap.
Corey Lane O'Neill.
Tyler Nicole Sollers.
Michaela Ashley Bryan.
Amanda Rochelle Mabudas.
Alicia Lynn Molina.
Jason Chandler Minor.
Rachel Darlene Hatvani.
Joseph Omar Vera.
Georgina Schlaku.
Chloe Lynn K. Malonzo.
Caitlin Ray Palashewski.
Braden Ross West.
Sheila Marie Kelly.
Daniela Ahab Dos.
Bailey Michelle Cronin.
Taylor Nicole Wilson.
Kaylin Larnell Milligan.
Leah Nicole Ganjos.
Thorn Ashton Pavish.
Brittany Logan Hopper.
Kalyana Sita Curley.
Jashea Rose Candidate.
Carlisha Jimerson.
Mary Grace Flynn.
Sharkeem Jawan Bryant.
Alyssa Jaree Wright.
Gabrielle Leanne Pybus.
Amanda Marie Reese.
Bianca Alexandra DePass.
Jansen Guillermo Lee.
Lauren Alexandra Yuri.
Emily Jean Long.
Miranda Kaylee Mernon.
Dina Matev.
Emily Nicole Duncan.
Josiah David Jackson.
Elijah Lon Nazareno.
Brock Joseph Lawrence.
Keaton Russell Aldridge.
Zachary Rashad Rouser.
Shelby Nicole Scancio.
Nicole Renee Hastings.
Elena Denise Johnson.
Sarah Hastings.
Jordan Emmanuel Loven.
Jocelyn Flores.
Phasia Jennifer Murchison.
Heather Joy Fox.
Serenity Teixeira.
Bodie Ryan Matz.
Jaslyn Antoinette Estevez.
Connor Lee Durden.
Isadora Lee Marie Allison.
Sean Ian Reed Foley.
Jose Francisco Soriano.
Antoinette Shanae Chapman.
Lindsay Julia Hammond.
Adam Turchin.
Julia Jacqueline Hill.
Avon Lee Garrison.
Syra Bejic.
Jamie Allen Roper.
Taylor Delane Sadiewater.
Diana Margaret Castro Rodriguez.
Alexa Coronado.
Cheyenne Janice Lazenby.
Darren Wayne Davis.
Precious Jewel Tankard.
Christine Danielle Tomkowicz.
Kelsey Jenkins.
Abigail Rachel Sharp.
Kiana Murray Jackson.
Rebecca Carol Floyd.
Grant Jeffrey Hill.
Jonathan Albert Geek.
Lashekai Tiana Harvey.
Jacob Michael Christensen.
Nicholas Christoph Hartman.
Ashley Irene Silverdahl.
Devin Jordan Hand.
Vernasia Monique Harmon.
Stephen Jory Hancock.
Madison Fumiko Thomas.
Jelani James Copes.
Ryan Carvello.
Vanessa Valentina Cooley.
Richard Tyler Walrath.
John Ray Vidal.
Vaughn Rowson.
John Philip Reyes.
Joanne Evans Jones.
Jillian Alicia Takasuchi.
Kamal Tariq Husband.
Zaria Malaka Tobler.
Madison Ashlyn Deal.
Jaquan Wright.
Brooklyn Paige Finney.
Dixon Christopher Stringer.
Damie Franciscato Dominguez.
Morgan Lawrence Ailes.
Malik Howell.
Tequila Rockwell Turner.
Lloyd Alvin Vega.
Kelly Lynn Unzueta.
Han Mai.
Brandon Philip Holmes.
Zachary Aaron Shepard.
Eric Michael Havocsback.
Joshua Britton Andrews.
Naomi Anwin Woods.
Matthew Stephen Burnett.
Amber Lee Doyle.
Anka Mustada.
Tiffany Jeanette Hokelberg.
Clea Chosia.
Taj Thomas Burns.
Carissa Anastasia Grady.
James Hunter Holt.
Ivana Chanel Robinson.
Logan Tyler Grindstaff.
Darius Jamal Freeman.
Angelica Justina Rogers.
Julian Najee Freeman.
Jesse Edward Arredondo.
Christian Wado Diaz Garrido.
Blake Warren McLean Thomas.
Haley Alexis Singletary.
Elijah Lavelle Price.
Diamond Danielle Scott.
Victoria Lee Jones.
Ashley Marie Blunt.
Trey Burton Jones.
Jasmine Marie Ward.
Nathaniel Paul Jones.
True Antat Tan.
Jamar Daryl Davis.
Quaylam A. Tran.
Andre Wason Toledo Romero.
Ashley Brooke LeBron.
Alexis Sierra Rabine.
Janisha Kears.
Devontae Gatrell Harris.
Mark Allen Cana.
Timothy Paul Woodruff.
Justin Mitchell.
Trevor Antonio Marino.
Alexander Matthew Hunt.
Christopher Excel Jones.
Jacob Barnes Clayton.
Ernest Frederick Hargett IV.
Abigail Cham.
David Franklin Hamilton.
Matthew Thomas Murray.
Ashley Nicole Almeida.
Christopher Gray Garden.
Ricardo Amanzio Anderson.
Emily Seinwin Gaskill.
Alexander Cruzier Jansen.
Savannah Michelle Lewis.
Devin Christopher Anderson.
Jessica Renee Fry.
Ashton Michael Armstrong.
Jakina Latrice Whitaker.
Sarah Elizabeth Luvat.
Triera Trinae Walker.
Michaela Brianne Pickle.
Armani Danielle Fields.
Kaylee Lynn Wyckoff.
Tanya Adeline Antunes.
Patricia Anril Kana.
Sean Ligon.
Raven Sandra Marshall.
Nicholas Amato Maldonado.
Jalen Zachariah Young.
Alman Imsirovich.
Dante Roy Wright.
Savannah Alexis Myers.
Caitlin Danielle Pritzmeyer.
Jennifer Rose Gennaro.
Ebony Cheyenne McKnight.
Joshua Caleb Voisine.
Cameron Douglas McIntosh.
Carol Renee Couture.
Matthew Dale McLean.
Amber Rose Lee.
Jessica Mary Medina.
DeAndre Malik Tinson.
Jordan Amy Nicole Mead.
Xavier Rashawn Rouser.
Jarvis Purnell Jennings.
Morgan Mariah Owen.
Tyrone Vincent Morgan.
Kiana Renee Lee Monroe.
Cordell Bernard Hines.
Michael Bryant Nazareno.
Daniel Ryan Knowles.
Andrew Michael Somerville.
Brendan Jungsuk Kim.
Madai Nava Gomez.
Jubilin Rakov Pangaton.
Gia Lee.
Elijah James Justice.
Grace Carolyn Rude.
Wesley Allen Jones.
Sabrina Marie Baez.
Connor Stephen Joyce.
Jessica Ann Bade.
Kiana Maria Asbury.
Joshua Rohan Noel.
Samantha Hope Horton.
Justin Allen Gilrup.
Brianna Monet Stone.
Alicia Gerard.
Sydney Eugene Stoudemire.
Brittany Nakoa Akins.
Zachary Dale Baum.
Jakisha Jaretta Jefferson.
Andrew Greg Neville.
Angela Otilia Notsorilo.
Prince Kumar.
Luis Gerardo Coron.
Gina Marie Haynes.
Jordan Lee Maisie.
Andrew Vincent Neerman.
Joshua Lee Basie.
Leland James Smith.
Neji Balut.
Demetrius Montel Miller.
Reginald Regis.
Alyssa Antoinette Gillette.
Virgil Mark Packus.
Eric Rayvon Banks.
Antoine Jaleel Page.
Monica Alexia Barker.
Connor Douglas Parks.
Ashley Elizabeth Mann.
Alberto Luis Martinez.
Kevin James Lund.
Joshua Robert Williams.
Joshua Ryan Luke.
Nicole Cecilia Espinal.
Stephen Serrano.
Kaylee Chanel Rodale.
Kara Mia Arcusa.
Bianca Shantaria Jones.
Erin Elizabeth Fisher.
Alexander Hernandez.
Melissa Danielle Smart.
Kyron Jackson.
Karina Takach.
Tasha Rochelle Stroy.
Rebecca Marie Bowen.
Jamori Rashad Simmons.
Bridget May Regan.
George Martin Rodriguez.
Mark Angelo Luger.
Joshua Rojas Ars.
Kiara Yvonne Seiler.
Emily Ka.
Justin Thomas Ludlam.
Christian Lloyd Allen.
Jan Ryan Nazareno.
Emily Christian Petrozello.
Taylor Amanda Barlow.
Connor Randall Green.
Armand Bella.
Duran Dylan Pikes.
Callan Mackenzie Berg.
Dorisha Williams.
Megan Teresa Rake.
Andrew Ryan Porter.
Sarah Marie Monteith.
Deontay Sartorius Jones.
Zaina Imani Nicole Henderson.
Victoria Tiana Holland.
Charzelle Kevon Carter.
Bedri Karimi.
Isaiah Christopher Anthony.
Destin Bijan Raffi.
Carrie Elizabeth Lewis.
Houston Thomas Hackney.
Brian Joel Bermudez.
Sarah Jeanette Haggard.
Jose Antonio Dodas Irizarry.
Jamisha Nakia Tolliver.
Natalie Montero.
Brittany Armani Drakeford.
Devin Cornelia Braniski.
Idania Giselle Fretton.
Austin Sisk.
Elijah William Curtis.
Rachel Allison Woolard.
Candace Maria Hayes.
Kristen Ernesto Miranda.
Altamise Lyman.
Casey Ralph McAfee.
DeWitt Dobby.
Zachary Thomas Matson.
Ryan Clifford Crabb.
Louis Elaine Martinez.
Jabri Chaton Shorter.
Brianna Catherine Martin.
Tobias Dupree Cox.
Chantrell Anchovies Upson.
Casey Noel Wagner.
Danielle Nicole Willis.
Jennifer Lynn Clifton.
River Chance Ramirez.
Octavia Diane Wells.
Melody Lynn Murray.
Bruce Chumnan Sar.
Gildo Sergio Orsiga.
Chantel Gill.
Patrick James Ayers.
Alex William Fancher.
Hannah Cheyenne Richardson.
Devon Deshawn Bradford.
Donald Alfred Richardson.
Marcus Anthony Lavastri.
Shasha Kiera Brooks.
Lamar Christoph Reinhardt.
Dariana Alexis Brown.
Peter James Horvath.
Chandelier Nateria Deshawn Brown.
Denari Elijah Howard.
Alexander Michael Bruner.
Luis Miguel Rivera.
Just EJ? EJ Olas. EJ Olas.
Caleb Micah Jackson.
Come on. Indy Hamal Patel.
Aaron Christoph Rodriguez.
Kristen Gail Nunez.
Ida Jaylene Cruz.
Adriel Armules.
Jessica Gabrielle Bagby.
Rosalia Miranda.
Megan Brittany Porcella.
Aileen Lisette Ferragosa.
Kylie Ruth Krush.
Savannah Marie Hinkey.
Lauren Elizabeth Paradise.
Maria Camila Rodriguez.
Jasmine Giselle Kirkpatrick.
Skylar Lindsay Borden.
Abigail Suzanne Landon.
Alexandria Michelle Sowell.
Elizabeth Grace Ann Smith.
Tiffany Alexandria Walker.
Alanis Marie Concepcion.
Jessica Marie Henderson.
John Mitchell Convoy.
Raven Elise Blocker.
Colin Robert Convoy.
Deja Ayana Mosley.
Craig Bernard Reed.
Jason Michael Jones.
Keith Lanier Laidler.
Brandon Mitchell Durham.
Yane Renedra Hairston.
Brittany Renee Bloom.
Deja Shade Calloway.
Brooke Marie Williams.
Bria Nicole Hunt.
Danielle Michael Weaver.
Aaliyah Marie Green.
Jeremy Albrecht.
Lucas Carey Bowes.
Brittany Bible.
Khalil Amir Trizvan.
Nathan Lee Vandermolen.
John Adam Heimgartner.
Kayla Grace Zipron.
Maria Chelsea LaFrance.
Eddie Lee Burns.
Victoria Eliza Rosado.
Zaria Carey.
Emmanuel Jose Olivares.
Bailey Shane Staten.
Sagira Aisha Butler.
Calvin Short.
Tatiana Maisha Mitchell.
Kristen Anderson Armstrong.
Taylor Davis.
Eric Blaine O'Neill.
Miranda Bernice Polio.
Ryan Pham.
Emily Marie Wright.
Abriana Chanel Cabell.
Deshaun Lincoln Blair.
Brianna Talia Foster.
Jeremiah Lissane.
Marisol Marugo.
Jonathan James Rudd.
Savannah Moreno.
Marianella De Pilar Leon.
Jonathan Mark Donnell.
Cameron Thomas Sanford.
Ryan Nicholas Tartarini.
Jason Randall Sauls.
Mina Ahab Vitala.
Levi Matthew Cruz.
Joanne Cordell Lewis.
Christopherson Stephen Cruz.
Storm Devon Hall.
Ronnie Keith Brunson.
RJ Samingan.
Skylar Marie Noel.
Amaya Stewart.
Melissa Caitlin Frank.
Sammy Massamayor.
Amber Nicole Adderley.
Deontay Dixon.
Gabriel Henry.
Kane Dobb.
Thong Dang.
Cody Taz Yao.
Chona Cassandra Sargent.
Chassie Kaylin Connell.
Maya Alon Spikes.
Kayla Nicole Sneeden.
Lexus Jante Spears.
Tyler Cheyenne Hickson.
Sierra Haley Dart.
Lydia Irene Rodriguez.
Joseph Peter Danish.
Miranda Marvel.
Jackson Scott Smith.
Gary Louis Lorenzo.
Christine Valentine Savela.
Jamie Morgan Varkey.
Ryan Austin Sessoms.
Jeffrey Floresca.
David Rose.
Charnice Shantavia Talton.
Jo Marie Artero.
Maya Elizabeth Scruggs.
Jocelyn Otero.
Jaleesa Makarek.
Alexis Marquez de la Plata.
Genevieve Rowett Aviles.
Janine Beatriz Reyes.
Joshua Rafa Ortiz Rivera.
Christopher James Weber.
Harrison Robert Bellingham.
Christina Howard.
Tyler Jean Snell.
Ina Savage.
Trevor Stephen Salford.
Miranda Lynn Shadell.
Xavier Hawley.
Yana Pishnograyev.
Danielle Marie Taylor.
DeQuante Rayshawn McCollum.
Malin Marie Close.
Tay Juan Lian.
Sierra Angelique Simmons.
Chance Edward Killian.
Maribel Serrati.
Donald Stewart.
Dion Williams Mobley.
Wayne Malcolm Willis.
Jada Sade Flakes.
Ulysses Williams.
Kayla Lanice Gomez.
Travis Kyle Williams.
Lawrence Kalialani Staley.
Daniela Nicole DeBella.
Stephen Johansson Aber.
Sarah Lynn Clifford.
Marcus Jamal Greer.
Larissa Lee Dale.
Christopher Chancellor Carter.
Christopher Michael Denson.
Daquan Levictus Harrison.
Ramel Gerard Dyer.
Ebony Kairis Robles.
Bubber Anthony Delaware.
John Anson Walton.
Naomi DeCasto.
Megan Emily Johnson.
Daniel Wyman Cummings.
Austin Chase Merchant.
Jacob Maurice Wilson.
James Allen Smith.
Aaron Michael Genesis.
Eldon Merrick.
Silver Gozich.
Jaleesa Ariel Rutland.
Marquise Eugene Hackley.
CJ Andrews.
Edward Aaron Alanes.
Danielle Nicole Graham.
Frederick Holland.
Corey Nathaniel Smith.
William Kenneth Diffenderfer.
Autumn Nicole Massey. Kurt Dylan Hyatt.
Good afternoon to all, family and friends, faculty and staff, Duval County board members, and finally, my fellow classmates. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Class of 2014, we made it. Before I begin, I would like each and every one of you to take a second and find your family in the audience and tell them thank you, because without them, we would not be here today. I was once told, you know the future is really happening when you begin feeling scared. Those words could not be more true than they are today. I'll be honest with you, I'm terrified standing here before thousands of people asked to deliver a speech that's supposed to have a lasting impact years from now. However, despite my anxiety, I'm honored to be here on stage today, and I'm honored to have been your senior class president. Everything we've come to know is ending and changing right in front of us. Friendships will fade, people will move away, and our new lives as young adults will begin. It's a bittersweet day, but just remember, Saints, that when one door closes, another one opens. Rejoice in this new beginning, and remember how you felt 4 years ago when it seemed like graduation was forever away. Now remember how you feel now, the relief, the happiness, and the excitement. I was nervous about going to such a large school. No part of me wanted to go to Sandalwood. However, as time went on, I found my group of friends and began to fall into a familiar routine of the Saint life. I was able to find my niche within a couple of weeks because there are so many paths and opportunities that the school has to offer. One thing that I love about our school is that there's something for everyone. Sandalwood creates a sense of unity within the abundance of diversity, and no matter what circle of friends you included yourself with, we are all one big family of Saints. Sandalwood has left an eternal mark in our hearts, but now it's time to say goodbye and continue on to the next chapter of our lives. There are endless possibilities for what the future holds in store for you. Whether you're going to further your education in college, join the military, or going straight into the workforce, or undecided, each and every one of you has accomplished the one thing that precedes each of these paths: graduating high school. As Mr. Bellier used to always say, you guys are rock stars. I was wrong about Sandalwood my freshman year. I am fortunate to have been given the opportunity to ascend our school. Sandalwood, thank you for blessing me with a home for these past 4 years. Thank you for all the memories made. Thank you for all the laughs we shared and tears we cried. Thank you to all the teachers who stayed hours after school, whether it be tutoring or allowing kids to make up work. Thank you to all the coaches who gave it their all every season. Thank you to my friends and to my classmates for being there for me and being there for each other in these past 4 years. Looking back, although high school was a perpetual cycle of stress and relief, I can finally thank my parents for pushing me so hard and teaching me to strive for nothing less than my best. Class of 2014, I want you guys to realize that I said my best and not the best, because everyone is capable of different things, and we are blessed with many different strengths and talents, and therefore my best will not be the same as your best. The best cannot be defined because it's not a one-size-fits-all standard.
In the words of Albert Einstein, everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. In other words, I encourage you all to find your passion and discover your strengths and strive to be the best that you can be in all that you do. Remember, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Aim high, set great goals, and believe in yourself. At this time, graduates, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side. It was not supposed to come off. Hopefully yours stayed on. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in applauding the accomplishments of all these graduates. Congratulations, class of 2014, and may God bless you in all of your future endeavors. Thank you. Please rise for the recessional.